Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Here we are, middle of the week already. It's hump day, Wednesday. Normally, isn't it, the last day of the month as far as February is concerned, but not this month. No, February's hanging on a little bit longer with it being a leap year. But listen, we're very excited to be here. We are very excited for the fact that we've got a brand new launch today as well, which we are going to dive into in just a few moments' time. But let me remind you, if you are just watching for the first time, first of all, a very warm welcome. Secondly, we're live at 1 and 5. We've got a craft along for you a little bit later, which I'm really looking forward to. I am going to be crafting along later on at my own sort of pace over this side of the studio. It was initially going to be a 1 hour craft along, but then I said I was going to do it, so now it's been extended to 2 because I will need that extra time because I do sort of hold up proceedings. But it's good for those people who do craft slow like me. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the brand new launch. And before we get into that, did you know there's a code? Yes, there's a code. We've launched a code. It's over on the website. The code is LEAP10 because it's a leap year, of course. That code is specific to a section on the website right now. If you go on the homepage, you can see it. In that section, you'll find things like storage, Gemini 2 accessories, dyes, craft room tools, all the essentials. There's loads and loads of goodies there for you. You shop that section of the website, you use that code LEAP10, and you can use it on the 1,966 items that are there. You shop, use that code, and then guess what? We'll send you another code which you can use in March with 15% off. I know, eh? So definitely have a look at that section today. Make sure you shop it. Take advantage of those deals, and I've just heard that the floral alphabets that we launched not too long ago are in that section of the website too, so definitely worth a look. Get that extra off and get that further code. But we are here to launch the brand new Gemini embossed frames, which I think you're going to absolutely go crazy for. We have the brand new stamps, dies and embossing folder. We have a showstopper for you as well, and we've got the best, in my opinion, bonus buy that we have ever done. Before I get into all of that and all of the mathematics and how that works, and before I say hello to you guys, let's do the most important hello to the lady over the other side of the studio, who's going to be providing all of the inspiration, all of the fun, all of the laughter, all of the joy. It's the one and only Barnsley bombshell herself, with her hair up for a second day in a row, looking 25 again. It is the marvellous Debbie Robinson. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you. And super excited because I adore these, and I've been chomping at the bit for the last few weeks since I've had them. I can't wait to show you what you can be making with them. I'm going to show you though a few of our amazing design team and what they've been making with them. Look at this beauty. You have got a set of embossing folders and dies that create frames. Oh, Ben, the world's your oyster with these. They're absolutely beautiful. Whether you want to just pop them onto a box top, colour them in with all your different mediums, use them as a card base as well. So I'm going to be taking you through how you can use it as a card base. Keep it really simple and stripped back where you're using black cardstock and gilding wax, and look at that level of 3D embossing on there. Simply stunning. 3 lovely designs for you as well. I really love these. I love the autumnal one with the foliage, but of course you can use that any way, shape you want, dependent on the colours that you are using. And love this one. It's so rich and opulent. It's just absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Wow. Really excited about this one, even more so because just before we came live, you told me what the bonus buy was, and I nearly passed out on the floor because I was like, you are kidding me. I thought you were joking. I'm not. But yeah, it's going to be a good 2 hours. I can't wait, honestly. I am chomping at the bit, so I'm going to stop talking. I'll throw back to you, and you can tell them everything about all of that.
I certainly will. They're already selling. Lots of you have jumped in on these early. A few quick hellos and then we'll get into it. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials for the show, with Christine Mahoney in saying good morning. Good morning. Stephen Nicole says, I've ordered these this morning with more tape pen refills. Yes, they're in stock, aren't they? And been flying. Sarah Brown says hello to all my crafty friends. Hoping you're all going well. Sending you all hugs, especially Debbie and Ben. Hoping you're doing okay, Debbie. Sending you a huge hug from Ben. Can you do that for me, please? And Debbie, you hug Ben for me too, okay? Lots of love from Melbourne, Australia. Oh. There's a hug coming for you, all the way from Melbourne, Australia.
From Melbourne, Australia.
There you go.
Oh, I love a Ben hug. smothering the mics. I do apologise.
You're flaming
said little
galore.
Jamie. I could hug Ben all day long. It just gives the bestest hugs. Is the nicest smelling man in craft. And also, when you get a hug off someone,
Yeah, it's nice.
it's just a lovely feeling.
Feels like it recharges your energy,
It
your
does,
batteries.
it does. It gives you that lift, doesn't it? It gives you that lovely lift. So thank you for that, Sarah. I felt it all the way from Melbourne, Australia.
Jane Quigley's in, watching from Stourbridge. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kirsty D. Hi, Mary Beth Doyle in Minnesota. And Kendall Seraphian says hello from a cold Minnesota. Very cold at 9 degrees and only going to be warming up to 20 Fahrenheit. Should we show you these embossed frames, the Showstopper collection? Let me show you the Showstopper first, then I'll get into kind of showing you the boards, and you'll see loads of Debbie as well over the course of the day today. I love these, and they're similar. Do you remember the embossing folder and die sets that we launched just a little while back? They're similar kind of in style and in the way you're going to use them to that. But the Showstopper itself is brilliant, right? You're going to get the 3 brand new sets of your dies, of your embossing folder, and also of your stamps as well. And then on top of that, we are giving you, for an extra £20 or $20, all these other goodies, right? So you should be paying £34 or $45. So we're giving you your set of large rocker blocks. So those are included. You're also going to be getting in there your 5x7 craft card and envelopes. You're getting 100 of those. And then we're going to give you your multi-purpose card, or as it's just now called, card. But I have heard on the grapevine it is changing its name again very soon.
Oh, is it?
Yes, symbol. And, no, I actually do. I'm sure Leanne said it's just that was a bit of a misprint or something, and it is going to go back to multi. You know what it is.
Right.
It's the multi-purpose stamping card, that one. 60 sheets of that, and you're also going to get one of our tape pens. So as I say, £34, $45. You're paying an extra 20 within the deal, which is a great bargain. Now, here's the exciting thing before I get into the boards. If you go for the Showstopper, all right, already heading towards 10% of that Showstopper gone, you get the opportunity to get the bonus buy. The bonus buy is the best bonus buy we've ever done as far as I'm concerned, because bottom of your screen here, we've got your Duet ink pad selection. You know our fantastic Duet ink pads where you're going to get all of these fantastic colours. So all 10 of them included. So you're going to get your Spring Buds, you're going to get your Awakening Forest, you're going to get your Midnight Mist, you're going to get that beautiful Soft Heather, Vintage Merlot, you've got your Raspberry Ripple, you've got your Rosy Apple, you've got your Sweet Clementine, you've got your Sunshine Glow, and you've got your Lemon Meringue, okay? So £50 or $70, no. Because if you get the Showstopper, you pop these into your basket, half price, £25 or $35, and that, of course, is before we even talk about your Club Inspire price, which is incredible. So that's going to be 20 quid, or it's going to be $28 if you are a Platinum member. What is even going on? That is insane. This is why you'll be going for the Showstopper, I think, today. This is why you'll be going for that Showstopper, just to get those in your basket as well. And of course, they are going to come into their own when you're using them with your beautiful embossing folders, when you're using them with your dies as well. And of course, the genius about these sets is that you've got so much versatility, whether you just want to use the actual die cut, that embossed die cut itself as a frame, whether you want to combine it with the embossing folder as well, you can, whether you just want to use the embossing folder on its own. So much versatility with a collection like this, and of course with each and every one you get a lovely selection of stamps too, but you can see how those Duet ink pads are just going to absolutely come into their own. Of course, if you want to get your pens out and do some colouring with these as well, you can. That one there is your Happy Butterflies. You're also going to receive, oh, stamps falling off already. You're also going to receive this one here, which is the beautiful Blooming Roses. So again, there's your die, so you can cut your cardstock out, and then you've got the folder to get that embossed effect on there as well, which is going to look amazing. Or again, if you just want to use the embossing folder on its own, you can do that. Lots of versatility, and I know why, you know, amongst the many other reasons that Debbie loves this set, she loves it, of course, because it's not a one-trick pony. There's so many possibilities. Your stamp in there is Bloom, where you are planted. And then your final set, which you're going to get within the collection, is called your Beautiful World. I wonder what that said then for a second. I think it says world. Yeah, it does.
Beautiful world, yeah.
Beautiful World. That is what it's called. Brilliant. It looks like it says Beautiful World.
Worm?
Whirr.
Worm.
That's what it looks like. Whirr. Whirr. Beautiful whirr. You don't beautiful whirr. But it is beautiful world. And again, same setup with this. So all of that is included within the Showstopper. There is the option there for you if you just want to get the embossed frames collection. You can do that. You can go for that on its own. But I think the majority of people today will be going for the Showstopper to get those extra goodies and then to get that discount off the Duet ink pads as well. Fire any questions in you want to ask. Let us know if you have already shopped and what you've bought. And we can say a few more quick hellos to Bethany. Says, good morning, Debbie, Ben and team. A few days annual leave so I can catch her live. So excited to see what Debbie creates with these amazing embossed frames. Sarah says, question, is there anything you can't use on the discount code? Read that discount code. There is a section specifically for it on the website. So if you go to the homepage, Sarah, on the website, you'll see everything you can use it on. There's 1,966 items there, which you can use it on. So it's quite a lot of items. But that's the best place to go. And when you use that code, again, we'll send you that code for 15% off in March. All right, here we go. Let's get into this. I'm super excited. I get very excited with a new launch, and I get even more excited when excitable people like Debbie get very excitable on top of the excitement that they already have. And I feel that Debbie is very, very excited, and I can't wait to see what you're going to create.
Well, I'm going to keep it simple to start with. Keep it nice and simple, show you how it works, and then progress along. So I'm going to do a little bit of a decorated box, and I'm going to use these. Now, this is what I love about this. It comes in those 3 parts. So you have your outer mat, you have the die cut piece itself, which is the die cut piece that will go into your embossing folder. You even have a section for the middle so you can create the aperture, because that would cut out a solid, that will create the aperture, and then you've got your stamp on the other side as well. So lots to be playing around with in terms of your mattings and layerings and everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these through my die cutting machine, and I'm going to do a lovely, I say a solid base, because that's going to be the base of my box. And then I'm also going to have a white cut die piece, because I'm going to show you why they look absolutely incredible when they are embossed. The detail is insane. I'm going to use just my 2 plates for the base, so that's the 2 cutting plates and the plastic shim, and then I'm going to run that through the detail die, so the more shape in the butterfly. I'm going to run that through with the magnetic shim into there as well.
And these are going to go through, I've noticed, these are the junior size plates,
junior size plates, yeah. So because this the midi, yes, not the mini, the midi and junior and anything upwards, absolutely. So that's one of my matte bases. I'll just put that to one side. I'm going to put that to one side as well, because we don't need that now, because this is an independent piece that cuts out on its own. So I'll hold that there and run that through now as though it is a just a normal metal die, and run that through. And then when that die cut piece, this is where the frame comes into it as well, because you can die cut that frame out if you want to do so. I haven't on this one. I think I have on. Yeah, I have on one of my aperture cards. Let me just make sure I've got that all out and just run that. Oh, do you know, look at that. I had 2 pieces. Debbie, what you doing? I were like, what's going on? Look how well that's cut that though. 2 pieces nearly in one go. That's amazing.
Shows the power.
That's the power of the Gemini for you guys. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't realise I'd got 2 there. That's because I was going to cut it out twice, I think. Yes, you was, Debbie.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. However, that plan has now changed. Let me just lift my tape off, because I've seen I've got my tape under there. I don't want to be ripping that design. So just lift that tape off. And then that comes out all on its own. Look at that beautiful, which actually then just sits in to the mat beautifully. However, very flat looking at the minute. Well, the 3D embossing folder. And this 3D embossing folder could be used on its own with your normal 5x7 cardstock. And then you could do an aperture through there as well. So lots and lots of options. Now, with the other ones that we brought out, it's pretty much the similar, where you're going to fit it into the recess side. So on your 3D embossing folder, you will feel the raised side. It's always where the logo is, the raised side. Now, you don't want to be placing that over the raised, you want to be popping it into the recess. So the cutout part is where you're then going to literally line it up.
Yeah.
I have to look at mine. I have a light. There it is. I don't know why I bothered trying.
Does it kind of sort of click into place almost? Like
it can click into place, yeah. I just line it up and hold it because look, that's going to do that straight away, absolutely perfectly. Now it's 3D. So when you are using, if you're using a MIDI, it's just that straight through the folder, not the shim.
Okay.
Just the folder through the MIDI. When you're using the Gemini Junior or anything above, it's your normal combination for a 3D embossing plate, a 3D embossing folder, sorry.
Yeah.
So magnetic shim. The other plate that goes on the top is the now clear frosted plate. It used to be called frosted, but it's like, it's still got a little bit of a frosted look to it, but it's clear.
Oh,
plastic
Rachel
shim.
asks, can you tape the card into the folder if you're worried about it shifting?
You can, if you're worried about it shifting. I mean, I've been doing this quite a lot now, so I don't worry about it too much. But if you are worried about it, literally tape that in. So when you add it in that place, in the recess side, just tape it down in a couple of the areas. But like I said, you'll start to see when you start using it a lot, how gorgeous and how easy it is to use. Simply stunning.
And the thing you can tell that on white cardstock, it is popping like you wouldn't believe.
Absolutely. Before I even had any ink to it.
It shows just how great the emboss is, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's just stunning. I did say I was going to keep this really simple to start with, so I'm just using a trio colour of inks now. If you're going for that showstopper. Duets. Get those duets out.
Bonkers, isn't it?
Absolutely. If I'd have known about that, I would have prepped with my duets. I didn't know that beautiful bonus. What a buy that is.
It was a bit of a surprise, to be honest, to a lot of the team. Don't know whether it was swapped around last minute or what, but...
Well, it wasn't on my initial, is what we'll say. But what a time to take advantage of some gorgeous ink pads. I've often said this before, they are currently my favourite ink pad.
Well, they're just so versatile, aren't they?
So versatile, absolutely. Super, super versatile.
Yeah.
Now, this is just one colour, and you can see how already it's lifted.
I know.
But I'm going to add more. So that was my pale pig.
Pale fig. Pig.
Pale fig.
Yep.
That's the one, pale fig. Now, we're moving on to crushed velvet.
Ooh, crushed velvet.
Bit of crushed velvet and just adding a little bit more depth and dimension coming down the sides of those wings, down the bodies. And just again, lifting. So sorry, Jamie. I was like, you don't have to look there. I was like, oh no, Debbie pops her head back up, like straight away. But yeah, seriously, this is just the most gorgeous, gorgeous embossing folders. And the frame-wise, like I said, you could take the aperture die and put your aperture die, or you could stamp and then pop that into a frame with a picture of a loved one behind the back of it as well.
Those daubers are in stock as well, Debbie, did you know?
I knew. Do you know when you said that? I was like, that's why I paused. I heard you say, oh, look at you with them in your hand.
20% off today. You don't even need to see me. Look, the daubers are the star of the show right there.
Absolutely. They are fabulous.
Yeah.
How much off?
20% off today.
That's good.
It is good. $19.99 or $26.99, which is decent, and that is even before your discount as well. And it's good to have multiples of these as well, isn't it?
Absolutely,
you can have quite a few.
I have multiples, because for me different inks. So I have a set for me. I've got a set for my water. I've got a set for my quick dry. I've got a set for my opaque. And then I have one set that is for the rest. So do you know, like the duets, the shimmer, all of those, Now I'm just going to edge it with a little bit of purple just around the inside as well of the frame. Now I'm not worrying too much. I've got a little bit of ink that I've dropped onto there. I'm not worrying at all because
of the wonderful things she does.
Bit of controversy over that in a minute.
Is there?
Yeah, did you not see it on news?
No.
I'll tell you later.
Look how that was.
Oh no, not the Wizard of Oz. Willy Wonka.
What?
Wrong film.
Wrong
film, Debbie, wrong film. Oh, my days. Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about, so...
I'll tell you later. We'll show you later, but you will laugh. I mean, I wouldn't have laughed if it were me. But, yeah, absolutely love that. Look how gorgeous that pops. Now, I've done this twice because... and I say twice. I've done this one twice. and I've done this one once. I've actually, though, just added a little bit of sparkle. So I've added a few little gems,
Ooh, yeah.
just a little bit of a bling bling
Blingy
on
butterfly.
4 of those butterflies. I haven't done them all. I did step away from the bling, otherwise I would have done. They've gone everywhere. Because that's going to be on the top of my box. So I'm going to pop on now a bit of glue. Now I'm going to use a bit of tacky glue.
Yeah.
Do you know what else you could do?
No?
You could, ooh, I might do it actually.
What are you going to do?
Oh, because I've got a spare one, haven't I?
What are you
Just
going to do?
I'm going to fussy cut some of the butterflies out and lift them up.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, you can see, do you know the level of the sculpture on the back? You can absolutely see just how fabulous that that 3D feature is on the embossing folder. And I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue onto the back of my base, because that's going to be the top of my card. I say card, box.
But, oh, yes.
We'll go in boxes. So I'm just going to stick that onto there. And once I'm happy with the position, I'm then just going to stick that down. And then let's come in. So the ones that haven't got any gems, I'm going to fussy cut out. Get my little snippy scissors and we'll give them a little lift off. We'll give them some extra wings.
Is little mini scissors the best ones to use for like fussy cutting?
Yeah, definitely. Because you can just go in and literally snip it out of the design, and then you can fussy cut around it. I wasn't going to do this, so I'm doing a little bit off the cuff. First demo off the cuff.
No.
Debbie, what you like?
No, can I keep
I
it
do it
nice and
all the
simple,
time.
she says.
I did.
Now she's fussy
nice
cutting.
and simple, and I'm now fussy cutting.
What's she like?
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I'm not happy with just one, so that's going to sit there. I think I'll have this one down here, so let's get in and snip that out.
What's the betting Debbie does them all?
No, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good.
Oh yeah, you've blinged some, haven't you?
Yeah, I've blinked some, so I'm not going to do it all. So what I am going to do, though, is fussy cut around the ones that I want to just give that little bit of a lift. But yeah, your little snippy scissors will be the best for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to carry on.
Whilst you're snipping, Sarah Brown says, thank you, you both made my day. I wish I was there personally for the hug, but it will do. I love that. And Kathy Green says, good morning, Debbie and Ben from a rainy Mechanicsburg. Whoop, 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 whoop. One day I'm going to get to you, Kathy, in Mechanicsburg. definitely going to visit that great place in the US of A. Still carry me wrench everywhere I go, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's in my bag.
Red what?
She sent me a wrench from Mechanicsburg.
Really?
Yes. It's got Mechanicsburg written in it. So,
Has it?
Yeah, so I carry it wherever I go, just in
lovely.
case I need to do some DIY.
How lovely is that? Do you know what? I've got my hot glue gun, so I'm just going to put that, just a bit of hot glue onto the back.
Okay.
Yeah, me, I'm going to keep it simple.
Well, this is still fairly, well,
Well,
it's simple with a layer of extravagance.
yeah, but this is the thing. This is what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Once you've gone, you'll get it home. You'll be. I can't wait to see what you're going to be creating. Hang on a minute. I've left a little bit on that I shouldn't have had on. There we go. Let's get rid of that one. It is that one, isn't it? Oh no, it's that one. Oh, I've just cut off a little bit of his thing. I didn't mean to do that.
You cut off his finger?
I cut off a little bit of his end.
Oh.
It's fine. You'll never notice. No. You'll never notice. All right, let's pop a little bit of glue onto that one, and then we're going to pop on in the centre. Look, oh, I like that. Yeah. I like it, look. I'll let them dry for a second, but it gives you that extra little bit of wings.
Yeah.
And you could do that 2-3 times. I like that. I'm glad I did that, actually.
Looks really nice.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to leave that there. I've got my other base, so I've got another one here for my bottom of my box. Now, I already pre-did my box. Busy chatting to Alex when she came in to do the, not Alex, Victoria when she came in to do the filming. Oh, yeah. So I made my box up without realising I was going to do this on air. It doesn't matter. I mean, these are the stars of the shows, not the box maker. We've had plenty of things that you can do with this. But this box size is actually, it measured at 5 by 7, 2 pieces of cardstock, and I scored an inch round on the box base and on the box lid so that it fitted perfectly, because I wanted it to fit into the dimension of this. So that's the box base that's going to sit there, like so. Okay? So I'm going to attach that with some wet glue. So I'll attach that. Obviously it needs to dry, so I'm going to give it, but it gives me a bit of wiggle time to position it into place.
Wouldn't these make perfect photo frames as well? I keep looking at that butterfly and think how gorgeous that would look with a little photo in the middle of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I've got, I'm going to show you how to do a card base with it as well.
Oh, yes.
I've got with a little aperture in the centre. Got a little easel card coming up. A bit of colouring, love a bit of colouring, because they're crying out to me. I mean, I've kept it really simple to start with. Now, on my lid, I've actually measured my sides when I was busy chatting to Alex, and I've run it through the embossing... sorry, Victoria, I keep saying it. I run it through the embossing folder, because I didn't want them to be plain. So I thought, ooh, now they've got a little bit of butterfly imagery going off as well, so it's going to tally up and match with your box. So I'm going to use my tape pen. Now, normally, you can tell I was busy chatting because normally I decorate while it's flat.
Oh, yeah.
Always decorate while it's flat.
Even the greats make mistakes like that, Debbie.
What was that?
Even the greats make mistakes like that. Make boxes and then forget to decorate them whilst flat.
Have you done that before?
Well, you know, might have done it on my first little video that I did, decorating one of those easel drawers, feeling very proud of myself. And then Nicola was like, you probably should have done your mats and layers before you made the box.
Oh.
But you style it out, Debbie, don't you? That's what you do.
Of course you do, style it out, no.
It's all a learning curve.
It is a learning curve. That's the thing about crafting. It is a learning curve. We're not always perfect every single time. And you know, even the best of us can make the stupidest of mistakes. I do it all the time.
But don't we have fun whilst we do it, though?
We have to have a little bit of fun. Crafting is not meant to be serious. It's meant to be something that takes you into a happy place. And yes, so, yeah, what did that lovely producer Nicola say then?
Nicola said she wants serious crafting only.
Oh, is that what she said? Oh, I see. Oh, right, I'll behave myself then,
We're not
Nicola.
here to have fun.
I'll behave myself, Nicola.
Yes. Present in a very serious manner, can you? Stop being so happy over there.
Right, I'm just going to put my tape onto the top of the box. And the reason I've done it that way is because if I do it, I'm in danger of putting too much glue around there. So I'm just going to sit that back onto the top, because what I want to do is pick that up and then kind of give it a little bit of an eyeball by eye, as we say in Yorkshire.
By eye.
By eye. Let's make sure I've got the lid off now, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to stick that down without flattening your butterflies, Debbie. Poor little butterflies, what have they ever done wrong to you?
I know.
I know. So that's now stuck onto there, so that's going to go on my box. However, you're saying, well, Debbie, look at the state of that. I mean, you've made a right mess in that middle.
What are you thinking there?
You have got a stamp and a die to cut out, so I don't even have to worry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I stamped, die cut, popped on the top, put a few bling blings on there as well to match.
Bling blings.
Bit of bling bling, gotta have a bit of bling bling. Everybody who's followed me for a long time and anybody who's watching from the store will tell you they always used to know a Debbie card because it had bling.
That's what they called you as well, wasn't it? Debbie Bling Bling.
Debbie Bling. Now, I did say we'd start it off really simple, and I have gone simple. Just kept it into one colour, lifted a couple of the butterflies off there as well, so you can see that little bit of dimension with the butterflies, and kept it nice and simple in terms of a colour. I've used my favourite. I had to. But yeah, just nice and easy. And it's a lovely base for your base box, your box to go on the top. It's a nice little gift box. I'm probably going to put a little bit of purple in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Could put a nice little butterfly or two into there. But yes, you're right. Very good size for chocolate bars.
Yeah.
Indeedy. So that's the first one, out of the way, nice and simple, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, love that. And it's nice, isn't it, when we kind of take you on a bit of a journey and you know, start with something a little bit more simple, I guess, and then move on through the show. But the great thing, again, is that I love about this is that you watch and you think, okay, yeah, well, I could do that. Nice and simple to create, but the finished effect is anything but. The finished effect looks polished and absolutely blooming marvellous. This is the one that Debbie's just used, okay, the Happy Butterflies. So, again, you've got your embossing folder, you've got your dies as well, and then you've got the stamps to go with. As I say, most people going for the Showstopper. You can just go for the sets on their own. I think you can go for these individually too if you want to do that. Apologies to those of you who've spotted the mistakes. I can't. Someone said, stick the stamp back on. I don't know where it is. You just have to look at that one there. Someone's nicked it. It's gone. But this one is called Your Beautiful World, which is all of that stunning foliage. Again, there's all of your dies, embossing folder stamps to create the different combinations. And as you're seeing, really, really nice and easy to work with. And it's great, actually. Anything from the size of a midi junior upwards, these are going to work in absolutely beautifully. And then you've also got your blooming roses as well, which I'm sure we're going to come onto over the course of the show. Bloom where you are planted. That's all of the brand new stuff. If you're going for the Showstopper, don't forget, you get everything else here. So the rocker blocks, the 2 big rocker blocks, your 5x7 cards and envelopes in your craft card, and then you're also going to get your multi-purpose card, 60 sheets of, and that tape pen included. You should pay an extra £34, $45 for that. It actually works out you're only paying 20 within the Showstopper, so I think that's why a lot of people are going for that. It's kind of stocking up on craft room essentials and giving you some really handy craft room tools. And if you go for the Showstopper, where we're over 10% of the stock gone, you then open up the door to the best bonus buy in the world ever, which is at the bottom of your screen. It's the ink pads, which I just think is incredible. You know, these are so popular. I know a lot of people now swear by these. Now, Leanne talks about these, about being her favourite go-to ink pad now as well, because they're just so easy to use, water-based and reactive, of course, this sort of hybrid effect that you're going to get with these, you know, and we can show you some of the effects that you can create with them, but they're such a versatile ink pad, and you're getting them all not for that price on screen. If you go for the Showstopper, you half that price basically. If you just want to go for these on their own, you know, if you're not interested in the new goodies today, I mean, that is fine. It's up to you. If you just decide that you want to go for these, you can, but you will pay that full price of £50, $70. If you add these into your basket, it must be the same basket as your Showstopper. That £50, $70 comes down to £25 or $35. But if you're platinum, of course, that is £20 or $28. I cannot recall a time when we have done them for that amazing price. So it's a great opportunity to probably stock up, or if you haven't ever got these before, it's a great way to be able to try. And just to quickly show you too, these are the kind of effects that you can create as well. I love this little booklet here. So it tells you all of the things that you can do. So this effect here, just apply your ink pad direct to your card, then you're dragging the ink pad across the surface, you're drying, applying a different color, layering and drying in between. That's the thing I remember from the launch show with Leanne, all about you can create these different effects. It's all important that you're doing your drying in between, spritzing and flicking water over the top and drying. This one here, I think that one is just, oh, that's the baby white blend. So applying ink direct to the card from the pad to the top part of your card and blend out over the card using a baby wipe, dry, and then spritzing with water and then drying again. This one is similar, this next one, which is just pouncing with the baby wipe. So I don't know why that makes me laugh. So again, you're laying the colour down. It's a funny word, that, isn't it? I could just, you know what I've got in my mind now? What? I've got a cat in my mind with a baby wipe in its paw. It's going like that and anyway, sorry, my mind, weird. You lay the colour down onto your glass mat, give it a little spritz, pick up colour on a scrunched up baby wipe, and then you pounce over the card. You dry it, get a different colour, repeat the process, dry it again, repeat the process, different colour to your heart's content. Few more. This one's just applying the colour to your card, start using the brayer. So you're picking up the colour on the brayer, rolling it across your card, and again, trying it in sort of different directions. Then taking your brayer, cleaning it, and then putting a different colour on there, spritzing with water, and then drying again. I mean, there's tons of these. This one's called the Craft Mat Smoosh. Oof. Where you're laying it down onto your craft mat or your glass mat, spritz with water, and then you put the card down. You've seen our guys do this millions of times. You're laying the card down onto the top, and you're picking up the colours that way, then drying. And if you want to do it again, you can obviously flick your water over the top and spritz afterwards. There's tons of those. We'll have a look at a few more of them a little bit later on. But it kind of gives you the idea as just to how versatile that collection of ink pads is, and why you definitely need to go for it. If you're going for the Showstopper, do not leave that behind. As Jacob says, that duet ink pad deal is a steal. Love the box. It is gorgeous, Debbie. And Bethan, yes, saying anyone else seeing a friend-style peephole frame? Absolutely. Absolutely, didn't it? It's a little bit like that. And hi to Sharon Tidmus, who says, good afternoon, Ben, Debbie and the crew. Jumped on a little late and I'm loving the frames. Well, if you're loving them, let's give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. And when we come back, more inspiration. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, fire them in, any comments, and let us know what you're shopping for as well. We would love to know. Don't forget also to check out, whilst you're checking out, that section on the website where you can get an extra 10% off with that LEAP10 code. There are 1,900 items there for you to peruse. So have a look and we'll meet you back here in around about 4 minutes' time.
My name's Craig Laird. I work at Crafters Companion. I am a craft expert where I get to play with lots of crafty goodies from Crafters Companion, and hopefully we're here to inspire you with lots of crafty things that you can do. So my crafting journey, that started many years ago, actually just over 20 years ago. I actually came across crafting on UK Shopping TV. I was unwell at the time and I was just channel surfing, just having a look to see what was on TV, and then I came across who has now become my friend, Dawn Bibby, and I thought, oh, quite like that bit of crafting that she's doing. I purchased some crafty goodies, and before you know it, here I am, these years later, doing what I'm doing with Crafters Companion. So believe it or not, none of my family or friends are actually very creative. So the creative side in me has actually just progressed naturally. As I have progressed, I've become really good friends with many craft experts there in the industry, and they're the ones that inspire me. Then coming to Crafters Companion, Crafters TV, and interacting with all the crafters at home, seeing what they make. I am a huge advocate of social media because you get to see lots of things that everyone makes at home, and that does inspire me as well. Many years ago, before I started here at Crafters Companion, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't go out a lot, I didn't do much. Now, with Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, it's given me so much confidence, self-belief. My biggest crafting success, I'm going to have to pick two. One of them is appearing on HSN America. I was really lucky a couple of years ago to actually go to Florida with Sarah to see how it all works behind the scenes. An incredible juggernaut that the shopping TV is at HSN. That for me is an incredible proud moment. I will never ever forget when all of you incredible crafters at home voted enough for me to be in the running of the 2021 Male Craft Personality of the Year. Was such a humbling feeling. I was so proud. I was so grateful. Our Crafters TV audience are absolutely incredible. For me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers, and the support that I get. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise, but if you just want that interaction, you just want to have that chat away about anything random in life, onto social media, onto Crafters TV, you know that you're going to get that support, you're going to get that understanding when it comes to the crafters at home.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing at that. We've got a few people coughing and spluttering currently in work. Few sort of, bugs going around, and Jamie's obviously got a bit of a cough. He just went, okay, back in vision in 3, 2, 1. No, don't apologise. It's very funny. I like that. No, I know you did. I appreciate that. He finished the count and then just said, oh dear.
I can't wait for good weather. I'm so looking forward to nice weather, because I think the minute the nice weather comes, the bugs are all gone.
Yeah.
Bye till next winter, because all of us just can't seem to shake anything at the minute.
It's meteorological spring on Friday, isn't it? Which is exciting. Meteorological spring on Friday.
What does that mean?
Well, like, cause it's not actual spring, is it? But it's just, I get them confused. Because like spring is like March, April, May, isn't it?
Yes.
And, yeah, so it's March the 1st on Friday, so they call that's what they said on the radio this morning, meteorological spring. So that's, well, I don't think it is officially the 1st of spring, or meteorologically it is, but the other way it isn't. The other way, the first day of spring is like later in March, isn't it? Now we're Googling that. But anyway, what I was saying was, 20th of March, there you go, that's the actual start of spring. That's the equinox. But it's very exciting. And has anyone else noticed as well? It's getting lighter in the mornings and lighter at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just need the weather to warm up a bit here in the UK.
Yeah.
Thank you as well, Jacobu, who says, and this is what we need, savvy shoppers making us aware of the deals. So you know in that 10%, the Leap 10 code section of the website, Jacobu says, if you're ordering, you don't yet have the delicate panel dye elegant butterflies, it's very pretty, the wings lift, and it's on that list where you can get your 10% off with the code Leap 10. Might work quite nicely with some of the goodies in this collection as well. So do let us know as well if you're jumping in there, because you can help me out a bit too. I am fully prepped, but I can't see everything. There's 1,900 items there. But if you see something you like and you think, oh, that's a great deal, let me know so I can let everybody else know as well, and we can kind of like, you know, share the great deals. That would be marvellous. And don't forget, if you do use that code LEAP10, you'll be sent a code for another 15% off, which you can use when March rolls around on Friday. We're very busy though for the brand new Showstopper. We are over 10% of the stock already gone. Quite a hefty stock as well this time around, because we knew this would be a popular collection. Well done if you've managed to get yours. Let me know if you've already shopped for it. Let me know which is your favourite. Of course, as we go through the show, no doubt we'll be seeing all of the different designs with Debbie. Let us know which one you're going to be using first when you get yours home. And do make sure once you have bought them, when you start crafting, that you tag both Debbie and myself in your makes, because we would love to see them. Right, so the first one we started sort of fairly simply, Debbie, made of a beautiful box. What are you going to show us next?
So I'm going to take it into your card folds, because I've got a card fold, I've got a base card, and I've also got a lovely easel over there as well. But I'm going to do a bit of spotter colouring with this one.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm going to use the Blooming Roses. Now I want to just explain to you that all of these work the same way. Outer layer for the mats. Inner layer, what you're going to cut out, what you're going to then emboss in.
Yeah.
And then the inner frame, which creates the aperture or non-aperture, depending which way, which is why we've left it there as a separate piece. And then the 3D embossing folder.
Yeah.
So rather than me run through them again, Ben, I'll just show you. Oh, actually, I will with this one. I will. Because I'm going to use the outer frame and the inner frame, but I want to position it. So to do this, I'm just going to place that inside. And then I'm going to position and just to show you how I got to this stage so that you're aware of how I did it. Yeah, well, now I might as well just run it all through.
Do it.
Because then I've got a spare green piece for later on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to do it separately. Oh, no, I need to do it separately. Debbie, think about what you're doing, girl. Think about what you're doing.
Think about what you're doing, girl.
Honestly, I'm
What are
like
you
this
doing?
all the time. When I'm in my craft room,
Yeah.
I'm exactly the same. I'm doing a bit of social filming with Victoria, got the right name this time. And I was doing some social filming, and I was saying to her, and then you do this, and then you do that. And she went, are you sure, Debbie? And I'm like, yeah. And she went, do you want to just think about that again? So I was like, oh, yes, I do.
Well, she spotted you were doing something wrong?
She helped me because I'd spotted when I'd done something wrong. So I was like, oh, my God, honestly, I get worse.
No, you
and
don't.
I'm meant to be the expert. At the end, we were laughing together because I said to her, that's hilarious that you're telling me when I'm doing something wrong. It's me all prep. I'm like, I've done it myself and I'm still managing to get it all wrong.
Does Victoria craft as well then, does she?
Does what?
Does she craft as well, Victoria?
I think she just works with us a lot and she sees
spots
things.
things,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure she's an actual crafter. Because obviously we know she's from the social team, although she told us today she's in a different department as well,
marketing now, yeah.
expanding her reservoir. Is it reservoir? Resume?
Resume.
That's the one.
Expanding her reservoir.
I know what I meant.
What's it called?
Resume. Why am I saying that then?
Reservoir, I don't know.
Oh, dear me.
CV,
I should have just said CV, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'd have been in my element then. Now that has then created my my aperture that I wanted to create for my mat there. So I'll just put that to one side. And then I did say to you, I've already die cut the rose detail out, okay? We're going to bring in the embossing folder and we're going to emboss that. So it's exactly the same way. Remember, the raised side is where the logo is. So if you always remember that, you know that you're going to literally pop it into the place what hasn't got the logo. And you can feel it, like when you're popping it in, you can feel it click into that place.
Yeah.
And again, if you're not confident and you want that extra stability and knowing that it's not going to go wrong or move, pop some tape into it. It's only because I've worked with these now quite a while. I've had them for a few weeks and I've been working with them and obviously prepping with them. that I know that I'm quite confident and comfortable with doing it without taping it. But I will tell you, the first time I did it, I did exactly that. I taped it down. But look at the, you can see the detail. It literally pops out of that page straight away. Look at that.
I mean, that would
stunning
look
detail.
quite nice on its own, just like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
On a project.
Do you know? Yeah, like do you know a bit of Centura pearl?
Yeah.
Look lovely, white on white.
White on white.
Yeah, definitely would look beautiful. Now I'm going to take now, and I'll pop some spare cardstock underneath. In fact, let me bring some dark cardstock so you can see what I'm doing. I'm loving that the Showstopper's actually got the rocker blocks in there for your stamping.
Handy,
it's got
isn't it?
your card bases in there with the envelopes.
And your bonus buys, the
Bonus
amazing ink
buy,
pads.
yeah. Honestly, it's incredible. It really is. Right, we're going to do a spot of colouring. So I've chosen some. I've got my tri brush pen, and I've got my normal tri blends. I've got pale pink, magenta, dull green, light green. Because we're going to do a spot of colouring.
Okay.
Love it. Love a spot of colouring. Let's come in and do a little bit onto the frame. And I'm going to start with the light. Now, I know that our Lily, she'll definitely be loving these embossing folders for this reason, because she loves colouring her embossing folders.
Yeah.
There are just so many ways you can see it. You saw how easy it was to do it with the inks. Well, oh, look at that. I weren't expecting it to be that close, Jamie.
No, it's right in there.
That's right up there.
No,
I mean, be hopes I don't make any mistakes right now, because
yeah.
if
it was me, I'd be like, back out a bit, back out.
He'll be capturing every single one, every single mistake there.
He knows what a professional you are, you see. So
he's such a smooth
he
talker.
wouldn't come in any closer for anyone else. Only for you. 'Cause he knows you're the professional.
The profesh.
Yeah.
Hashtag profesh.
Hashtag profesh.
There we go. So we'll just do a little bit, right, and I'll just do a little, I say a little bit, if you'll let me, I'll do a nice bit, because I love colouring. Oh, talking of colouring, 1st of March.
Oh yeah, new
It's
launch.
Friday. Have we got a new launch? Oh, we have got a new launch.
Damn it.
I worry about colouring later on, and later on.
Oh, when I thought you were talking about, oh, right.
Oh, yeah, but Friday's going to be my happy day, because it's colouring all day long. We've got a brand new launch in the afternoon at 1.
1 o'clock.
And then we've got a colouring masterclass with lots and lots of different mediums in the... Ooh.
There's the price police. They've just latched on to how good of a deal this is. These prices are criminal. Arrest them all. I know, it's a great deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, so sorry. So we're doing
Got a colouring special, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we've got a colouring special.
No, I had my focus pinned on the launch at 1 o'clock, you see. Because we've got the new metallic markers, haven't we?
We have, yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. Preview days the other day, actually. Saw
I got my hands on them the other day, and let me tell you, they're absolutely blinking beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That'll be a good day, Friday.
It's going to be a good day, because I love colouring.
Yeah. Going to be a good day tomorrow and all, because we've got a big cartload show tomorrow, haven't we?
I know.
Me and you love a cartload.
Love a cartload.
Yeah.
Cannot beat a cartload.
And whenever you and I are together, they always seem to be pretty stacked cartloads.
I'm hoping the same again tomorrow.
Oh, it is. It is the same. It's a big old list. And we're going to the craft along tomorrow as well, of course.
I'm looking forward to that one as well. I'm looking forward to today's craft along. We've got a guest.
Yeah. With Victoria's joining us.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm going to be doing my thing over here as well.
And you're gonna have a dabble, aren't you?
I thought I would. I feel like I've not done one in a while. And you showed me the project, and I think it's one that I can't slow you down too much on. I feel.
Exactly. And do you know what? It is creating florals and creating flowers. I mean, I shared a lovely one that one of our lovely crafting community out there. I put it on my Insta story. Oh my God, she did a wreath. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You have to go and check out my socials to see that, because it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Loving what you guys have been doing with these already, because obviously we launched them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely loving. Keep sending those makes in.
Oh, absolutely. Just to clarify as well, Christine says, did Ben say the Floral Creations flower making kit is on the Leap section? No, he didn't. I said the floral alphabet is on the Leap section. What is it? What? I have just been reliably informed by Nicola. Just repeat what you said, please. Is that what that? What? Oh, the. ink daubers. They are in the Leap 10 section of the website, so you can get an extra 10% off when you use that code Leap 10. So have a look. That's brilliant, Nicola, that you've been looking through. Anyone else spots another? Oh, Nicola, this is why she's the number one producer. Because she's looking at the deals now, so I can chat about them whilst Debbie's colouring. But yeah, 10% off these daubers in that section of the website. Use the code LEAP10, and then once you do, we'll send you another code to use to get 15% off in March. But just to reiterate, it's the floral alphabet dies that are in that section, not the floral creations. Roger Wilco, over. But what else is in there? Oh yes, so we've got, oh hang on a minute, I'm just looking at the deals. Am I all right to keep chatting, Debbie?
You keep chatting, I'm just keep colouring.
There's a the lowest, you know the raspberry lowest tote? The limited edition one, that's in the Leap 10 as well. And you know the ultimate paper pads that we did, the 3 ones with the dainty florals, the botanical gardens and the rainbow.
I need a couple of those.
That is 3 of those are in that Leap 10. And also, the what? Get out of town.
Get out of town.
The Shimmer ink pad collection is also in that section of the website.
You're really kidding me.
And the desktop Raspberry Cheetah is also in that section of the website. So you basically click on it, scour for those deals, Leap 10, get 10% off. We do though now we've sold out of 1 item, I'm just being told already, but we do still have well over 1,900 items to peruse and browse.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is
absolutely amazing. I'm trying to get my colours up there because I like to put my pens down. Now I could continue to colour, however, I mean, I'd be in my element if I did. But you can see how easy it is to colour all these images in, and try different florals. I mean, I love a rose, I'm not going to lie. So try different colours, rainbow colours. Very easy. You don't have to worry about where your line's going or where your shading's going, because majority of it's because of the embossing detail is already in there for you.
Yeah.
Now, when you've finished and completed it, that's what it'll end up looking like. And it really does. And also did, and I'll just tell you on my darker colour, I went round with the darkest and just touched over the edges, just to give it that little bit of extra definition, and it makes it pop out that little bit more. So honestly, don't worry too much about colouring, lighting, where the shade and where the dimension's going. Just have a bit of fun and colour with it, and it really does make it pop. Now, if I just bring my piece back in, that then sits into my aperture. So I'm going to now stick that bit down. I was thinking, should I lift it?
Yes.
I was just thinking I might lift it. I don't want to do, oh yeah, I think I'll just put a few little, now then, foam pads or chunky glue? Chunky glue, let's get a bit of chunky glue, come on. I feel like I've not used it last couple of days, so let's pop a little bit of chunky glue into there. Oh, Debbie, watch what you're doing. Have a right spillage then, my goodness me. Literally. However, that's probably going to come in handy there because I can spread that out a little bit. And it's a big flower, so let's come in and I feel I need a bit more on there as well. But I'm just going to dot it around my florals like so. And this will now give me a little bit of depth and dimension, again, added to that frame. And hopefully, well, this is the thing. With these, because it's an aperture, you could absolutely create shaker cards with it. So yeah, that's another way that you could be doing it. And now thinking about it, I didn't do a shaker card. I wish I had done now.
Do one.
So I'm just going, oh, Debbie, get it the right way around. There, that's better.
Yeah.
There we go. And just pop that on. Now I'm just going to position it. So I'm going to just move it until I've got me glue where I want it. There we go. Oh, just gives it an extra little bit of shadow straight away, doesn't it? Now, I have got a card fold, and it's, oh, I'll pick that up in a minute. A bridge fold card. And I say a bridge fold, I'll give you the measurements for this. So this actually measures at 8.5 inches by 7.
Yeah.
And I've scored it at 1.5 and 2. 6.25 and 6.25 and 7 to create this fold. All I'm doing is I bring the inner 2 folds in and then the outer 2 folds out to create this lovely feature. The reason I've done it at that sizing is so that that can be held over the top. So that's going to act as the fold, as the bridge fold. I've used some Caring Thoughts paper in the background, so I've been trying to use up a lot of my stash that I've got because, quite frankly, I've got a lot of papers and I need to start using them because it's getting ridiculous, Ben.
You have a bit of a clear out though now and again. Still,
now and
don't
again
you?
I do, yeah, but I stumble across drawers that I haven't been in a while.
Oh no.
And then I find papers. So I found my vintage diary in there, I found my Caring Thoughts in there, so I thought, oh, I'm definitely going to start using them. Definitely going to start using them. I think you have to, don't you?
That's it.
Problem is with us crafters is we buy these paper pads, yeah, we'll use them for best. We're not going to use them just for any old how. Use them for better. You end up with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of paper pads.
That's why I think it's always good to buy like more than one, isn't it? So then at least you do end up using one. But then I suppose you then still do stash 2 or 3 away and still have the same problem. I'm just sorry, whilst we're just watching Debbie's work, I've now been drawn to this Leap 10 section on the website. There are some...
I knew you were... I thought I could see you over there, getting carried away. Now, I'm just going to show you. I'm going to pop this glue onto both sides there.
Okay.
And then in the background, I'm actually going to put my centrepiece, which is the stamp, using that inner die. But it's going to sit in the backdrop, but I'll use that in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this on. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on both sides of each end. I am going to use hot glue for this. So just to grab, I think I might need a bit more actually. So I'm going to put another one in a second.
Yep.
Just to grab onto that end. Let me grab another glue gun before it all dries, because it does dry pretty quick, this stuff.
Using the glue gun quite a lot recently. Is that just for the fact that it is just because it dries so quickly?
Because it dries quick, it gives you an instant stick, and I've got a little bit of a fold here where I want to get that connection pretty quick and hold it into place as well. So that's why for me I'm using the hot glue gun on this occasion, so that I know that when it's stuck down and into place, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So can you see now that that's pretty quick? That's how that's held back.
So pretty.
And then it just holds into place and creates that gatefold effect. So I'm just going to slide it out just a tad. There we go. And then I'm going to pop that into the centre. And this is going to act as the sentiment that's going to sit behind there. But I need to position it, so I am going to use a little bit of wet glue onto the back of my foam pads.
Yeah.
To give me that wiggle time so that I can get it into place. And I'm just going to slide it in, pick it up by eye, slide it to where I want it to go, which is why wet glue is perfect, even though I've used foam pads. But there we go. Let me just make sure I've got that right. I'm just going to get me... there we go.
That's
that
so
looks
good.
straight. And there you go. You've got your beautiful inner part, and if I just bring it around for a second, you can see you've got that lovely gatefold. Bridge fold. It's a bridge fold card, that, where you just then attach that to the front and creates that dimension.
Do you know what, again, it's so achievable that though too. It looks amazing, but very followable.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
How good was that? Seriously, 2 amazing projects that we've seen already. And I know so many of you are shopping for the Showstopper. Lots of you shopping for the collection on its own as well. But we are heading towards 15% of that Showstopper already gone. And don't forget the bonus buy, of course, as well, which I'll take you through in more detail very shortly, where if you go for the Showstopper, please don't leave this behind, the duet ink pad selection, where you get the 10 duet ink pads, not for 50 or 70. You will pay half that price, £25, $35 if you're platinum. It is £20 or $28. Incredible. Linda says, that is gorgeous. I'm still loving the Caring Thoughts papers. And Maureen says, afternoon, Debbie and Ben, and all at Crafters Companion. Loving this demo. Looks so quick and easy. And Jane says, Debbie, I have a blue moon rose in the garden, and that scent is beautiful. Welcome if you have just joined us. We are here on Wednesday 28th, I was about to say the last day of February, but it's not. One more day to go. But listen, what a great day, middle of the week, and we have got a brand new launch, which is proving very, very popular indeed. It's the launch of our brand new embossed frames collection. You guys are loving them. Many options for you if you want to jump in and buy these. We've got showstoppers, we've got individuals, we've got the collection on its own. I'll take you all through that in just a little bit. Also, lots of chats already today about that 10% code on the website, LEAP10, because yes, we are in the midst of a leap year, and there is a section on the website, right? You won't miss it. You click onto our website, crafterscompanion.com.co.uk.eu, and there, first thing you'll see is LEAP10. Everything within that section, on 1,965 items, you use a code. 1,964 items, another one gone, you use a code. That code is LEAP10. When you use that code, you'll get the 10% discount off whatever you shop for, and you'll also then be sent another code. What's that? You'll be sent another code, just like that. Not like that, just like that. You'll be sent a code for 15% off in March. And I have just been told, by the way, there's a couple of things I've seen. An unbelievable deal on the Academy of Colour, which has already been heavily discounted in that section of the website, literally about £100 off, and you can get another 10% off with the code. Some of those special Spectrum Noir boxes that we've done, like the colorist collections and all that, they're in that section of the website too. And if you like yesterday's launch, I can't even believe this, but producer Nicola tells me it's true, yesterday's launch of the Topper Sentiment Pad, if you love that, you can buy more today. The code works. I didn't tell you that. Nicola told you.
What?
I didn't tell him. It wasn't me, it was Jamie told you.
Fine. Fine.
Jamie said, fine, like that. He's got a bit of a cold. Welcome, Terry Davis. Hi, Leggy. Says, good morning, Debbie, Ben, and crafty friends. Ooh, 10% code. Yay. Yay, indeed. And it's brilliant, isn't it, that you can use it on almost 2,000 items, let's be honest. Hi to Maureen, who's joined us. Lillian's joined us as well. And we are here, as I say, to launch the brand new, beautiful embossed frames Showstopper collection. I'll show you the designs, then we'll get to Debbie and have a look with her. She's got some gorgeous finished samples over the other side of the studio, which we can certainly have a look at. This is the beautiful blooming roses that we have just seen a few moments ago. You've got that stunning embossing folder with each of these. So you get that beautiful embossed frame, but then you get all of the dies there as well to be able to cut this out as a frame if you wish. You've got the topper there as well if you want to go that way. If you want to then cut it out and pop it into your folder to achieve the emboss, you can. If you just want to emboss, you can. There's so many different ways of using this collection, which makes it, again, really versatile, really fun to craft with, and it's going to be one of those collections I think that you're going to love to have sort of kept out on the side for all occasions, because you've got roses, you've got beautiful foliage too. So this one is that beautiful world, which is all of that gorgeous foliage. Once again, you've got the combo of embossing folder, dies and stamps in there too. Lovely sentiments with these as well, which I've not really touched on too much. So bloom where you are planted. This one, friends, make the world beautiful. And then you've got the stunning happy butterflies, which we saw at the top of the last hour, which is wishing you much happiness today and always. And if you missed the first hour, do go back and watch it, or indeed stick with us on CTV 24/7 where it will be repeated. Debbie did a fantastic box lid with this one, and then cut out a second set and fussy cut additional butterflies and pieced them over the top, which was very, very pretty, very cute. But that's the set of the brand new stamps, dies and embossing folders. If you're going for the Showstopper, 15% of the stock's gone. You get all of these other goodies as well. So the two large rocker blocks, you're also going to get your 100-piece set of 5x7 craft card and envelopes. You're going to get 60 sheets of the multi-purpose card, and you'll get your tape pen included as well. That should cost you an extra £34 or $45. It's £20 or $20 within the bundle. That's why a lot of people are going for the Showstopper. And then you unlock the door. Yes, if you go for the Showstopper, you unlock the door to this bonus buy just here, the Duet ink pads, that all of them, the 10 you're going to get here, not for £50 or $70. No. If you put them in the basket with your Showstopper, you are going to get all of the colours here for half the price. So that is £25 or $35. If you are a Platinum member, I can't recall a time that we've done them cheaper. That will be £20 or $28. Great way to be able to stock up on these, because I would think the majority of you watching right now probably already have these, and it won't be a shock to you that eventually these are going to run out. So why wait to come back and get them at a time when A, they might be sold out, B, they'll be at full price, when you can get them today within the brand new launch, which I know you're going to love and know you're going to want to try and get that Showstopper. Get these as the bonus buy, and you'll get them for half the price. Must be in the same order though. You must put them in the same cart. You can't get the Showstopper and then come back later on and get them. Do it all in one. And again, we'll chat more about the Duet ink pads as we go through the show, and perhaps look at a few more of the different ways that you can use them as we go through the next hour. As always, keep it nice and lively on the socials. Any more comments and questions, fire them in. We've got Radical Rachel taking care of all of that. And over the other side of the studio, fabulous TV wifey, lovely Debbie, who's already smashed out 2 marvellous demos. This is a set, Debbie, I would imagine is right up your street.
It is, because it's involving embossing and die cutting at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's right up my street, absolutely. I'm going to show you a few more samples if I can before I start with the next demos. Love this. I love what Marie's done with this one. Look at the colours that she's chose. Looks absolutely stunning. And she's used that frame on the front, but then open it up and she's embossed inside with the white, so that you've got a place for you to put whatever it is that you want to say to the recipient on that card.
That is beautiful.
And this is the thing, and you know, you could be making them like, you know, any old how in terms of the frames, how you're going to use them. Like this one's being used with it frame stuck onto the top, and I feel that Marie's used Duet ink pads with this, because I can see the colours and I can see the effects, and that looks very duetty to me.
Yes.
So I just wanted to show you that one. Can I show you one more?
I was hoping you were going to pick that one.
I'm going to bring some off this one. Love this. What Alison's done, oh my God, are just absolutely beautiful. A lovely card base there, and almost like a chalkboardy kind of effect.
It's like an A-frame you'd see outside of like
you see outside stores and things like that. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love that. I think that's incredible. Although all of these samples are incredible, because take a look at some of these as well. Card bases that you can be making. The aperture, because of that inside centre, means that you can create apertures with these. Look at that. That has been done onto some linen cardstock and stripped back with a sand block to create that lovely white core coming through there as well.
Yeah.
So absolutely beautiful. Another gorgeous example there of how you can be using these. Every single one of these, I call them they're like a one shop cards. Do you know, like literally you could do a one card shop stop. Do you know what I mean?
One stop card.
Everything you need to make a card is in that kit. That's what I'm meaning.
Yeah.
All my words are going all in the different directions.
One stop card shop wonder.
Something like that. But everything you need is in there. Apart from, of course, unless you're going for the Showstopper and that bonus buy, your inks.
Yeah.
But look at this, dome cards. That looks gorgeous. What again, Marie's done that beautiful dome card and creating that aperture effect, and then popping your flowers in the background there. Let me show this one. And I love that because it's really simple. Black cutout, embossed and gilding wax. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
And similar to what I did in that last hour, but this is like a cubed bridge fold card, because it's got the cubes on either side. But you could be creating that as well. And of course, they do fold flat, these style of cards. Absolutely, honestly, gorgeous. And I'm going to get ready for my next demo to show you what else you can do with it as well.
Marvellous. We're looking forward to it. Lots more to show you over the course of this hour. If you have just joined us today as well, don't forget we're going to be back later on this afternoon, live at 5, which is midday, of course, Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific, where we've got a fantastic craft along with the Floral Creations collection. Newsflash as well on that one, by the way. We do have not a huge stock at all, because we thought we'd sold out yesterday of the Floral Creations. We have a very, very small amount of those now available. I think it's less than 20. So if you did want to get those, you can get them. I would probably get them now if you were thinking, oh, I've missed out. And they're probably going to be the last chance to get the Floral Creations. The Showstopper option of that is also available for you, but it's literally 20, I think less than that. So do snap those up before we get to that craft along a little bit later on, which Debbie's going to be leading. It's going to be marvellous. I shall be having a little bit of a go this side, and lovely Victoria is going to be joining us too. So we'll have the full house having a go at that. And I do know, actually, I've seen a few people on the comments today and yesterday saying that they are going to craft along with us. Let us know if you're doing it in real time with us this evening, and we'll look out for you. And then you can send in your pictures at the end, and we can all share our makes together. All right, hi to Maricel, who's just joined us, saying good morning from California. I have a little cold, but that means I'll be staying home and crafting along live. There you go, Maricel. Well, you can craft along with us together. As I say, there's a few coughs and splutters here at Crafters TV, so you're in good company. Right, let's get going. So, demo number 3, Debbie, what are you going to show us?
Well, I'm going to strip it back for those people that might have just joined us at the top of this hour. So I'm going to strip it back again to what you're getting and how to use this.
Yeah.
Just for the benefit of those that will have just joined us in this at the top of this hour. So I'm going to use the beautiful world. So moving on to the last of the designs, I've already done with the other two. The embossing folder, 3D embossing folder that you can use independently on its own if you want to.
Yeah.
But of course you've got these fabulous 3 dies. Outer die to create the matte layer. Then you've got the die that's going to go inside there. Now the metal, I will just say, please don't try attempt to put that into the embossing folder at the same time. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
But I will strip that back and show you. And then to create the aperture, and that could be used with your embossed piece and then create an aperture, or you could use it to create that embossed piece straight away and create that lovely aperture as well. Or without it, it doesn't have it.
No.
It's a nice solid piece. Right, I am going to use it as a solid piece. So I've got a little bit of white cardstock and I'm going to come in and run this through. Now, normally this is just a thin metal die. So the combination would be your plastic shim and the other cutting plates to create that. Now, whisking it for a biscuit because I didn't put any low-tack tape on it. We'll see.
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
Yeah,
It'll
you've
be
got
okay.
faith.
It'll be okay. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I have to run it through again?
And we've got time, haven't we?
Exactly, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
And that will create, now I can just see, I think, let me just pop that back in. I think that might need that extra shim. Let me just double check. Yeah, we'll just try it with the extra shim. This is the beauty of the Gemini, and the way that you use these is you try it first without and then build up the shim if you need it. So I noticed that a couple of areas probably could have got away with just running it through again, just a double cut. However, I know that this one, no problem whatsoever, because this has got a little bit of detail. And I say a little bit of detail, it's got all of that lovely design where you're going to pop it into your embossing folder. This way, with this mat, if I just bring this in, I could get away with just the one layer. So I'm going to come in. I think I confused my layers then, Ben, when I was doing that. But like I said, what's the worst that's going to happen? Oh, I can see someone's been cutting the flowers in the wrong way around in this plastic shim.
Been doing
Can
what?
you see the flowers? Somebody's cut the flowers the wrong way around. So they've cut the flowers into the plastic shim. So they've had the dye facing into the plastic and it's cut into the plastic. I mean, technically it's not really affecting it, so I'm not too worried too much. But can you see them?
Oh, yeah.
They shouldn't be there.
Oops.
Oopsie daisy. There you go. That's the combination for the straight one. With a bit of extra detail, that's when you would need to use the magnetic shim or run it through twice without the magnetic shim. Just going to get rid of all those bits. And even then, when you see, it looks lovely and it's sat in there in its own frame. However, it's got that little bit of a flat look to it. And we don't want a flat look. We want a bit of dimension. So this is when your embossing folder comes into its own. So I'm just going to move those plates. Excuse me, wrong piece. And now, as I said before in the earlier hour, your embossing detail, this is a 3D folder, so there's more depth, dimension and sculpture. It's a thicker folder, so your combinations in your machines are slightly different. You'll feel the raised side, so if you put your finger across, that's all raised and bumpy. That's where the logo is. The recessed side is the bit that you need, so that's the bit that's cut away, where you put your hands and they go down into the little dips. So this is what now needs to sit into that folder. So that die cut piece then, and you just got to match it up. And we got asked this earlier, didn't we, Ben? Does it click into place? Do you need to hold it down with some tape? Hold it down with some tape if you need to. That looks about right for me. In fact, tell you what, let me just double check my bottom.
It looks it looks sort of fairly obvious that it will sort of just slot into place.
Yeah, you can
nicely.
feel it, and you like almost can push those pieces into there. That's better. That's better. Don't want it to slip out. So all I'm going to do now for a 3D folder, now we mentioned this earlier, if you've got a MIDI, You just put that through the
Yeah.
MIDI. You don't need anything
No.
else. If you've got a Junior or any machine bigger, it is the combination of your magnetic shim and your plastic shim as the other plate, and then run that through. That's maybe where those flowers went wrong, you know. Somebody might have thought that was the outer cutting plate. Oh. I can hear producer Nicola saying who she thought it was. I'm not going to name and
It
shame.
still marvels me now.
I wouldn't do such a thing like that.
We won't say who it was.
We won't say anything like that. Now you can see that beautiful embossed detail. I'm gonna make it easy for you in a minute, Jamie, because I'm gonna use some inks.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oof.
Look. Yeah, you can see it now, can't you? Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to use a couple of inks, and I've got Grasshopper and Spring Meadow, yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to pop that down now and use my ink applicators to go over. And I'm going to do it slightly different to what I did at first. I'm going to come in and do like alternate colour. So I'm going to go in with the Spring Meadow. In between each one.
And this, of course, is where you'd use your duet ink pads as well if you wanted, right?
Yeah, so I think you've got bud...
We've got spring buds.
Spring bud would look lovely,
and you've also got... There's another green. I'm sure there's another green. Oh, Awakening Forest.
Yeah, they could use those too. If you've gone for that bonus buy, absolutely, you'll get that foliage look with... Oh, I think I said it right.
In fact, you did say... Oh, my goodness!
Oh,
I didn't even notice.
Oh, my God! It came out my mouth and I was like, oh, my God, I did it.
First time ever.
I know. I think I'm going to do it again.
So, sorry, what would you use the spring buds and the Awakening Forest for?
Do you know what that is? That's because I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because when I try and think it and try and say it, I get myself in a bit of a pickle.
So I just wanted to recap. So the spring buds and the Awakening Forest, what would you use it for?
Foliage.
Yes!
Yay! Hey, see? We'll not tell that Jamie was helping me there in Mia, but yeah, sometimes it's that thing of thinking, isn't it? Like if I have to think about something, that's when it can all go spectacularly wrong for myself. But I'm so proud of myself.
I know. Do you know what? I'm so sort of blasé. I didn't even notice.
I noticed it straight away. I was like, oh my God, I did it. I wish Martin Parker were here. I used to drive him mad.
Martin
when
Parker?
I was down at Crate and Craft.
What, because you couldn't say foliage?
I could never say
What? Why did he drive him mad?
Because it used to irritate him, because he used to say it to me over and over and over again. And we're like, Debbie, why can't you say it? I'm like, I just can't say it. Stop asking me to say it. And he used to try and teach me all the time. But yeah, so it used to drive me a little bit mad. So I just wish, well, you never know, he might be watching.
He might
could be watching.
Martin, if you're watching, how are you doing?
Let
us know. Get in touch. Debbie said it. Well, I tell you what.
He's probably forgot who I am.
How can you're someone we can't forget?
Jamie, did you hear Jamie?
Yeah.
No one could forget. Is that a good not forgetting me?
He sort of said it like, nobody could forget you. He said it like that. We'll clip it off and we'll send it down to Martin. Just whilst we're watching you as well, Mary's shopped and bought. Thank you, Mary. Louise has shopped and bought, which is marvellous. Jeanette Shirley's just asking, is Debbie going to use the new frames and create a card? No matting, just the shape. Is that on your list of things to do?
Yes, so shape, base, yes, that's what I'm doing next.
Nice.
So that'll be my next demo, yes. That was good.
Yeah.
That was almost like she'd, channeled that through the screen.
It was.
Channeled, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it manifest?
Manifested.
Manifest.
Yeah.
Manifested.
Look at you, words today.
Look at me with a big glass full of the dictionary last night. Yeah, what have you done with Debbie? Right, I'm going to use...
Will the real Debbie Robinson please stand up?
I'm going to use now a little bit of gilding wax over the top, because that has obviously brought all of that lovely 3D to the foreground, but I just want to highlight it a little bit with a little bit of gilding wax. And you can use any colour for this, but I just love what gilding wax does and how it transforms things. Yeah. So, and it gives it that lovely extra lustre. God, I'm getting big words.
Oh, dear. Did you have a thesaurus for breakfast?
I don't even know what one of them is. So I'm not even going to try and pretend. Is that a dictionary?
It's a dinosaur.
Is it really?
No.
Oh! You rotten devil, you. It's a whaty? Is it a diary? A diary?
A diary? A thesaurus.
Is it a dictionary?
It's sort of like a dictionary, isn't it? But it gives you... So if you have a word like beautiful, for example, it will show you all the other words you can use that are the same as beautiful.
Ah.
So it's sort of like that, a thesaurus.
Didn't even know what one of them were.
Sharon just said, oops, I've just ordered the Showstopper inks and a whole stash of the Leap 10 deals. Cannot wait to get them in my hands. The deals, insane. Sharon, what did you get from Leap 10? We need to know what the insane ones are there, please. But well done on getting your Showstopper. And Kathy Mears just asking, Debbie, just as we're watching, she said, good morning from Washburn, Illinois. Hello, Washburn, Illinois. Would it be easier to emboss first and then die cut the frame? What do you think, says Kathy? Could you do that?
No, because you'll flatten your embossed detail. So that's a really good question.
Yeah.
If you was to emboss it and then put your die cut and run it through your machine, you're going to flatten that 3D, the 3D embossing. It'll squash the embossing, basically. So no, always die cut first and then emboss to get that full 3D feel to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, it was a good question.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And never, ever put the metal die in to there.
I can see why someone might do that.
Honestly, you would think that, oh yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, you're going to put your paper, it's going to emboss into there, into your die. No.
Disaster.
Complete and utter disaster. It will be disastrous on an epic Titanic scale.
Yes.
So we're not going to do that.
No.
Now, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a buff with my cloth. Have you noticed I'm being rather gentle?
You are.
There are all of those lovely leaves. Remember, they are delicate. Do not be going at it like a bull in a china shop like I normally do.
Yeah.
And I did do on my first sample, but I think I got away with it because I couldn't really tell when I looked up closely. Now, I've multiplied that by 2. Actually, I've got 3. Don't ask me why. I think I've over-prepped. It doesn't matter. So I've got a couple there ready because we're going to make an easel card with this one. So I'm just going to put those to one side. Now, for anybody thinking, oh my God, that looks right messy, do not worry.
No.
Do not worry.
We don't worry.
Because we're covering it up.
Yeah, of course we are.
Because we've got our little die in there that, yes, creates the aperture, but it also creates another little matter layer that sits in perfectly.
Beauty.
So run that through twice and you will end up with pieces that you can cover up. Okay, and we will be covering those up in a momento. So I'm just going to push that to one side. Now, I have actually used this frame, the outside frame, I'm just going to put that over there, to cut through 2 black bases. I say I've got 2. Yes, I've got 2. Oh, no, Debbie, that's the wrong one. Debbie, what are you doing? Not that one. Girl. This is where this is where Victoria. I'm doing it again. I hope she's not watching because she'll be like, Debbie, my name's Victoria.
By now, it's block capitals, Victoria.
This is where Victoria helped me with my social because I did exactly the same thing. And if she's watching, she'll be laughing her head off.
She will.
She will. I'm going to cut another 2 of these because what I want to do is, while that looks absolutely beautiful, all embossed with the colour, I want to lift it that little bit. So that's why I've run this through for the second time. But I'm not going to emboss this. This bit is not going to be embossed. I'm keeping it flat. Honestly, Victoria should be kicking me.
I feel like she must be busy doing something else because if she was watching, I'm sure she would have messaged.
She'll be busy. Yeah, she'll be busy.
Busying herself in the office. Jeanette's just messaged.
Just nobody tell her.
She just messaged saying how much she loves this new launch and the versatility, and that is a good word to describe this, isn't it? Versatile is the
very,
word.
Very versatile. Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'll get these stuck on now while I've got them die cut out, because I am conscious. I want to get my last card in as well. I'm determined to get all 4 in. I've been in early again this morning, Ben.
You have?
I went in early.
What time were you cracked until last night, or did you get to bed early?
No, I actually, I made a couple of phone calls last night, and because I wasn't feeling spectacularly well, I decided to go to bed early. So I went to bed early. I say early for me.
What time is that? 10ish?
11.
Oh, wow.
Which is early for me.
Do you know what time I go to bed?
What time do you go to bed?
About 9:15.
What? Do you really?
We always go up, me and Laura, like an old couple, we always go up with a cup of tea, about 9:15, and then we might put a bit of TV on, or we'll sit and, we're both reading books at the minute, are quite
yeah.
nice. I've really got back into reading because I normally just read when I go on holiday. And I know how much I enjoy reading on holiday. And I think, why don't I just do that year round? So instead of sort of sitting there on our phones before we go to sleep.
Exactly.
We sit and read. What am I reading? I'm reading Kevin Sinfield's autobiography. You know Kevin Sinfield, the...
Oh, the comedian?
No.
Oh.
He's an ex-rugby league player. He's the guy who's doing all of these crazy marathons for his ex-teammate, Rob Burrow, who's got motor neurone disease.
Yes, I do know what you mean,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a really sad story, but like this story of like his career and then his friendship with Rob, who he's obviously still raising money for. It's incredibly sad, but it's incredibly uplifting to see how far a friend will go for another friend, you know?
Yeah, they got awarded MBEs.
Both got MBEs,
yeah.
Which is incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know what you mean now.
It's a really good book. You don't have to be interested in sport. It's a really uplifting read.
Now then, I'm just making sure I've got the right way around. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to get a little drop shadow. So I'm just literally moving it down and sliding it to the left or the right, whichever way around you want to do your drop shadow. I'm just going to put that, there we go, that's better. Because you've got a little bit of movement with these, you can get them into place. And not do too, I don't want to do too much of a drop shadow. So that's my 2 panels. I'm actually going to pop this one on with some foam pads. When I can remember where I've put the foam pads, it's ended up looking like my craft room now because I've got bits and bobs of cardstock and paper absolutely blooming everywhere. There they are, that I did underneath. Phew, right, let's get a couple of
Just whilst you're sticking, another one of my Leap 10 spies has just commented.
Okay.
Donna Yam, thank you for your information. Apparently some of Sheena's garden friends... What?
No, the new ones?
The garden friends and some of the new fairy colour collections are in Leap 10.
What?
The spring fairy colours, you know the...
I do?
Yeah, what's it called? The Colour Trends collection.
Have we launched those?
Yeah, we launched them just before I went on holiday, I think it was.
Wow.
But that is crazy, especially Sheena's Garden Friends. What are they, 2 weeks old?
Yeah.
Thank you, Donna, for that information.
Wow, yes, thank you very much.
Any more info? Keep it coming through.
Absolutely. Now, I've added a couple of little gems onto this one, so I'm going to do exactly the same, but I needed my gems to stick down because they weren't adhesive ones, so I've stuck them already in preparation. So I'm just going to add, again, a little bit of lift to these. So if I just pop off my backings of my foam pads.
Okay.
And then, again, I'm just going to attach that to... Oh, I am dirty. I've got all dirty prints on there. My goodness me, I'll be covering it up. So we've got a couple of layers already because that's going to act at the bottom and the top of our fold. Now, I'm just going to bring in a piece of cardstock and my embossing folder, and I'm going to not embossing folder, scoreboard. Thank you very much. I told you my words are all getting mixed up today. I'm at it again. Big words nailed, simple words absolutely not. But I just want to create a fold because we're going to now take the base and create our easel card. So this is when you're going to bring this back into effect. So I'm going to now take that over the fold. Now, I'm not going to go massively over. I just want it to stay connected in. So I'm just going to take it to about roughly there and hold that down with some low tack tape either side, and then push this through, put this through our Gemini. Now I'm just going to twist my plates around because I've been using that side a lot. So twist that around, and then I'm going to pop that in. Now again, it's that straight edge die and it's going through 2 pieces of cardstock. So I'm not going to bother with my magnetic shim.
Yes.
And if it hasn't cut through both, I can just run it through again for that second cut. But I'll see what it's done for the first one, and then we'll just see how that's gone. Has that released? Yeah, I think I'll just go out one more time, just to be on the safe side.
We can just say later, Maricel has joined us saying, I'm doing a 52 book challenge this year, 1 book a week. I'm on track so far, plus extras in case I fall behind.
Wow, that's a lot of reading.
It is.
Isn't that 1 a week?
That is 1 a week, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
It'd have to be short books for me, I think. Mr. Men books, maybe.
I've got to say, could you imagine if you were like Jamie's just said, reading books the size of Harry Potter?
Are you a big reader?
I love reading. I'm always reading.
What are you reading currently? Anything?
I'm still on me. Actually, it's my fault because I've started another book. But I'm still on me. Is it I can never say her name. Margulies.
Oh, Miriam Margulies.
Yes, started that one. So that's a good one. What did Jamie just say then? Jamie, what are you reading, Jamie? Where's Wally? Oh, where's Waldorf? Right, okay.
You don't really read those books, do you not?
I was just going to say, do you read those books?
You don't, you sort of stare at them.
Now, I'm going to bring my scoreboard back in because we're going to create the easel. Now, what's that done is created the base of the card, but I just want to pop my easel score line in. So I'm going to come in around the 2.5-inch mark. It's roughly around the middle, but I don't overly bother about if it's in the middle or not in the middle. It doesn't really worry me. But I'm just going to pop that down. And that creates your easel base. However, you need to cut yourself one more because obviously we're going to create that easel front and that needs to be there. So I'm going to just stick that down using our tape pen again. So I'll go all the way across.
Such a clever way to use the dies, this.
Yeah, it's creating a couple of different shape cards. This is my easel one. I'm going to do a straightforward, I say straightforward. I'm going to create an aperture one and the next one. And then you've got one that's going to sit onto the top. If I've put this the wrong way around now, Debbie, you want...
Have you?
It'll be fine. We'll turn it that way. That's the lovely thing about the foliage, darling. It doesn't matter. Phew. Oh, my days.
What do you like?
Exactly. What am I like? It's because I wanted them the other way around, but it's okay. No one need know. If I would have said, if I had not said anything, you wouldn't have known.
Should have just carried on regardless.
Could have carried on regardless. Yeah, exactly. So again, make sure I've got that the right way around again. Yeah, that's it. And I'm just going to sit that in to the frame. And then that creates the easel. Now, obviously, we need to pop that one in as well. Now, you might find, depending on how your fold is, you might just need to trim off a little bit at the top. But I think I've managed that pretty okay. Yeah. Because I did that a little bit guesswork there. But I think we're okay. And then I'm going to come in and bring in my tape all the way around there as well. And then just stick that down into that base. And then I need a little bit of a flopper stopper.
Yes.
As you know, I like to call them. So I've just cut myself roughly, it were about 1 inch by 1 inch by about 3 or 4 inches just going across because I just want to be able to position that. Yeah. And I'm not, rather than guessing, and I've kind of measured it towards where the size of that frame is, and that stops my card from falling over. And then in the middle, I have taken that stamp again, Friends Make the World a More Beautiful, and rather than use the aperture for it, I've just popped some foam pads on and popped it this way to, oh, just gorgeous, loving that. Love that. And then I'm lastly going to just finish off with a little tiny bit of decoration from something that's taking centre stage later on today with the craft along.
Oh, yes.
Which is our fabulous florals. I will tell you, Johnny's worked really hard to get that little, and I say little, that last little bit of stock. He's actually pinched it from another place. That he said, we need a little bit, we've got to craft along. They were reluctant in giving it in, but no one really says no to Johnny.
No, not now. He's
exactly,
kind of, moved up the echelons here.
Exactly, no one says no to our Johnny.
No one says no to the big dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I've just used a little bit of pink, just to give it a little bit more extra colour. And I think pink works really lovely with green, and just pop that under.
My favourite make of the show, this.
Oh, bless you.
I really love that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and there
very
you go.
good.
You've got your beautiful, gorgeous easel card using your inks, some gilding wax, and creating a nice, unusual card base for you as well.
That is very, very pretty. And isn't it exciting, of the 3 demos that you've seen Debbie put together, I mean, they're so very different, and again, it kind of covers off and shows you all the versatility that you've got with this fantastic collection. Very busy across the Showstopper. Over 20% of the stock gone now. Lots of you jumping in and grabbing these. If you want to go for the Showstopper, that's where the best value for money is, of course, because you get all of the brand new embossed frames and you get extras as well. So you're going to get your happy butterflies. Please go back if you didn't see the last hour, top of the last hour. Debbie did a fantastic demonstration using the butterflies. You then also got your beautiful world, which is the set that you've just seen. So if you want to be able to recreate the card that Debbie's just shown you, that's the set that you need to go for. Also comes with that beautiful sentiment as well. And then one which we've all covered. So we've covered all three now, which is quite nice, which is the blooming roses. So that beautiful floral decorative effect there. And again, it's the embossing folder with the dies, with the stamp, and all of those different sort of combinations allowing you to create so many different projects. And exciting for the fact that if you want to go for that on its own, you can. Majority of people going for the Showstopper, which brings you all of the other goodies as well. And you're only paying an extra £20 or $20 for, in effect, what is £34 or $45 worth of other stuff. So you're going to get the rocker blocks, just going to really help you to create and get that perfect stamp each and every time you're using one. You're getting the two larger ones within that set. You're also going to get one of our tape pens, always very handy to have. That is one of the original designs that you've got there. We're going to give you our craft card. So you've got 100 envelopes and cards, 5x7 size in that craft card colour. And then you're also going to get 60 sheets of the multi-purpose card. So kind of your bread and butter, isn't it, really, when it comes to your craft card that you don't want to run out of. All of that. You're saving £30, $35 on, £52 or $68 is the Showstopper, and then you open up the door to that bonus buy, which is the Duet ink pads. These pads, all 10 colours that you can do, you know, all of these magnificent sort of effects with as well. Like, just quickly show you, they allow you to do so much. So lifting ink through stencils and creating backgrounds. This one again, just popping it through like a different stencil. I love this little booklet that we've got here because it just gives you an idea of all the different things that you can do. That one again is a stencil smoosh and then a stamp. This one, spritzing water through the stencil and then lifting the colour. This one's really beautiful, using the ink on top of some gesso. And then, I mean, how gorgeous is this? Dry stamping, heat embossing, and doing that resist technique, colour lift, watercolour, and creating a new colour. Loads of different things that you can do across the colours that you've got in this set. And it's all 10. Sunrise Glow, your Vintage Merlot. You've got in there the Raspberry Ripple, as we discussed just on that last demo there. If you wanted to recreate the colours of the greens that Debbie just used with your Duet ink pads, that's your Awakening Forest, and you've got your Spring Buds. You've got the Lemon Tonic in there too, Sweet Clementine, Soft Heather, Rosy Apple, and then your Midnight Mist. Absolutely incredible that you're getting all of those, not for £50 or $70, which is on your screen. If you pop them into your basket with your Showstopper, halve that price, so £25 or $35. If you're platinum, it's another 20% off that as well, which is £20 or $28. So much to love about this. As we head over 20% of the stock of the Showstopper gone, we're going to give you opportunity to check out. Keep informing me as well. I'm loving the fact that I've got lots of Leap 10 spies watching today, jumping into that Leap 10 on the website, and let me know where the best deals are. Shelley White tells me that some of Sheena's Mother Earth are in Leap 10 as well. Keep those little tips coming. We will come back in about 3 or 4 minutes time with more inspiration, and we'll be just about done. But if you've got stuff in your baskets, head to the checkouts. We'll come right back.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm the soft craft expert for Crafters Companion. I've always crafted. I think because my parents worked at Shepperton Studios, I grew up at Shepperton. They were always working, so my holidays and my weekends and my evenings were spent at the studios, and I just sort of sit around with the other artists, and they'd give me a bit of clay to play with or some fabric. So I was always making things, and there were a couple of children around the same sort of age, and we just used to make clothes for our Cindy dolls. I'm flighty with my crafts. I want to try everything, so I go all out and I decide tomorrow I'm going to be doing candle making, and I buy all the stuff and I make candles, and then I lose interest and I move on to the next thing. I want to be able to have a little go at all sorts of crafts, and I've always been like that ever since I was a small child, so I think I can turn my hand and give anything a go. My craft inspiration, I think a lot of that comes from the internet, looking online, being able to watch sort of artists producing bits and pieces, as well as sort of just general crafters. But a lot of my inspiration came from sort of my mum and my mum's friends, which were all sort of great designers and people that created all sorts of different things. The Crafters TV audience have been so kind to me. So when I first started, and I've not been here a huge amount of time, and I've done a little of presenting, I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in, you know, we see the same people, we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased, and I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made and when they've been inspired by the shows. I think that's great. My big achievement, it's when I put it on social media, I said that I was more proud of this than I was when I had my children. It's when I won a Demo of the Week. I was just absolutely gobsmacked that I'd won Demo of the Week. I don't often win Demo of the Day, so to win Demo of the Week, I was really, really super excited. Oh God, I can't give you the gossip because I promised that I wouldn't give any of the gossip away, but it is great. Lots of us stay overnight in a house here, which is brilliant because we all get to know each other on a real personal kind of level rather than just colleagues. So it's a really great atmosphere, and there's so much to learn from all of these people that I work with. So I feel really quite blessed to be part of this, and it is a happy family, I have to be honest.
Started about 20 years ago, probably a bit longer because I've always been quite crafty. The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafts Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it, and there's not many places that you can say that where you work. So it is definitely the people that make it. We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft-alongs especially. Had viewers craft along with us. There are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family, and that is so important to us. The Gemini is just the most awesome machine out there on the market. It is second to none. It is the most incredible machine I've ever used, and I've been crafting a long time. When you come across a machine that does everything to do, and you know it's never going to need updating. You know, it's not like phones where they're going to bring a new one out. The only difference they can do with the Gemini is the size, is the colour, but the Gemini itself is, you know, to be the most amazing product out there on the market. So yeah, it has to be the Gemini.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for checking out your baskets. It is a busy, busy show. Heading towards a quarter of that Showstopper collection gone. Thank you to everyone who's letting me know the best deals in that Leap 10 section of the website. Keep those coming in so we can keep everybody tipped off. And hello to lovely Cat Butt, who says, "Hi, my lovelies, Debbie and Ben. My son has got me a TV, so I'm watching you on the big screen."
Got a TV?
Yeah, said
From
my
your son?
She said my son got me a TV.
Can you have a word with my son, please? Because it was the other way around. I bought him a TV.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
So we need to be having. They need to be having words.
Yeah, they need to reverse that relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, a bit of flip reverse in there.
She says Debbie looks stunning on the big screen.
Oh.
And Ben looks dapper.
Ooh. Well, all I keep thinking is my fringe has gone wonky because I think I curled it a little bit. I'm like thinking I keep needing to do this. But I'll take that. Thank you very much.
What do you do, curl your?
Just my fringe because it were annoying me this morning. I don't do anything else. But it's so I've got this. Do you know what? You girls will totally get this. I left my towel on too long. Took it off, practically dried, and so I got a little bit of a cow flick going off, and I couldn't for love nor money. So it's been driving me mad all morning. And then Sarah come in and said, "Oh, Debbie, your hair looks beautiful." That's lovely. And I'm thinking all the time, "Oh my God." I'm thinking it's a bad hair day again, and she's telling me it's lovely. So Thank you very much. I'll take the compliments wherever they come. We'll have all the compliments today. Thank you.
Yeah, any more you want to send in, please? Any more, what is it? You look dapper and you look stunning. More of those, please. We like those comments. Although I feel like I'm having a bit of a bad hair day now as well. Mine is always that I get with my hair. I get that bit at the back that sticks up and it gets
Sticks
too long.
up, yeah.
Yeah. Who was it? Who was that cartoon character that had his hair like that? Was it Mr. Majika? I can't remember anyway. Thank you, Kat. Let's get on because we only had 15 minutes 3 minutes ago. Now we've got about 12 minutes to get Debbie's final demo done. Is that going to be enough time for you to bash out one more for us?
Of course I can, absolutely. I'm a pro. Of course I can. Thank goodness I have Blue Peter style ones at the back of me. Right, I'm gonna go back to where I started, the butterfly. You'll have to excuse me. I've often said it, I'll say it again and again. I love butterflies.
Do you?
Oh, I know.
I'd never
I mean,
knew that.
really? Yeah, absolutely. Now, you saw me do the fold for a easel. We're just going to do a bog standard fold now. Now, I'll just skip this stage a bit quick. So rather than running through a machine, you need to cut yourself 2 of these bases. So fast forward 2 seconds. We've cut 2 bases. So,
hey.
And do you know what? You can actually cut 2 in one. With the power of a Gemini, you could get 2 through at the same time. Now, one of these I want to act as a back base, and one I want to act as a front with an aperture in the middle as well. However, I need to put into the back part of my card a little bit of a fold because we're going to connect the 2. Now, I say probably roughly around the ½ inch mark. Maybe just a tad more. And I'm just looking at the board. In fact, if I turn it that way, so I can show I can do it back to front here. If I turn it that way, line that up, because I know that that's the top end of the butterfly. I'm going to come to that we'll do 3/4 of an inch.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do 3/4. There we go. And we're going to pop that in as one fold, which is going to be the bit that stays connected to that card. So that's the bit that we're going to fold. But we're not going to do anything just yet because we're going to keep that there and we're going to use this now. But this is when I'm going to bring in my dies to work this out because I want to create the aperture in the right space. Now, I showed you earlier how you could do this. So I'm just going to line that up. And then I'm going to use a pencil this time, so I'm going to show you other ways that you can do it. Sorry, I'm having to lift it up because the lights in here are super bright. That's better. And I'm just going to place a little mark in each corner because I can rub those out. But it now gives me a visual of where I can pop this into there. So I'm going to get the perfect aperture where I want it to be. So I'm just going to tape that down. Tape, Debbie, you need some more. You've thrown the others away. I keep forgetting because I'm one of those that reuses and then keep forgetting you're getting 3 lots in one packet, Debbie, so why do you keep reusing? Why do you keep reusing it?
Well, it makes the 3 lots in the packet go even further, doesn't it?
Well, it does indeed, it does indeed, yes. Now, again, with it being a simple, straightforward die, we're just going to run that through the Gemini without the magnetic shim in. And now what it will have done is created the aperture in the perfect place where I want it to be. She says, fingers crossed.
You hope.
So now we've got our aperture. And then I'm going to rub out the pencil marks because I don't need them on anymore. Okay. And that's your card base done.
Yeah.
So that now creates the perfect card base. And if I just... Oops, wrong way, Debbie. There we go. Pop that on together. And I'll do it with a bit of tape so I can pop that... Move your plate out of the way, Debbie. Move me, get a bit of tape onto there. Red lining tape, whichever tape you want to use, wet glue, tacky glue. It just creates your base for you. Like so.
Yep.
Nice and easy. And that gives you the aperture now and also that stand. So again, it just stands up really nicely, okay? Now, the next bit we're going to do is you're going to take your main die and you're going to run that through. Now again, I'm going to speed that process up because I've got to that stage where I've just run that through. And then I'm going to bring back in that embossing folder and we are going to pop that in. Click that into place. There we go, let's just sort of line that up. You can always tell as well, because you can turn it and you can see it by eye.
Yeah.
And you can see that they're all, yeah, you can see it's all into place. Again, it is just a combination for a 3D embossing folder. So we're going to come in. Ooh, we'll have a craft along with this, won't we, Sue?
Yeah, I guess we will.
I wonder who's got the craft along. Because we've got our March schedule, so I'm just wondering who's got the craft along with this.
Debbie Fisher.
Oh, the lucky lady.
Lucky Debbie.
The lucky lady.
Monday the 11th of March at 5.
She's probably already planning it as we speak. Oh
Yeah.
my God, that just looks absolutely, honestly, beautiful. Now, this is when you can take any of your colours, and I'm just going to grab a couple of quick colours onto here, because I'm going to go back to a bit of brush colouring. In fact, a bit of spare cardstock underneath there before you do. And I'm just going to brush colour my butterfly.
Okay.
And you can make this as detailed, as light as you want, fully on cover. I mean, you can go on full on colour and add more colours.
We've had, sorry to interrupt, a very special message has just come through.
Oh, have we?
Yeah. From Leanne Chivers.
Oh, have we? Oh, I see. Oh, Leanne on her way down to... is she on her way down?
I don't know.
Because she's got she's got a big show tomorrow, guys.
Hobby
Maker. Massive day. Sewing Street first Hobby Maker in the afternoon. Big takeover. Our little Leanne. You know what I mean? Our lovely little Leanne. She's going to be there all day. It's going to be spectacular because it's not very often she's able to go down. So it's going to be a really, really good day. Go on then, tell me.
And she's got Craigle Bagel as her wingman.
She has got her wingman, yes, she absolutely has.
Anyway, she says, hello, you two. I blinking love this product. They're so versatile, and I love them nearly as much as I love you two.
Oh.
We love Leanne, don't we?
Well, we have to thank Leanne for them and the team because they're the ones that have brought this to to us, and I absolutely blooming love these. And I am going to tell you, I'm green with envy that Debbie's got it as a craft along because it's just stunning. But you know what? It is nice. I've had it on the launch. It's going to be nice to see Deb's take on it.
That's what I mean. Fair is fair, isn't it?
Fair is fair, and yet we have to share out so that you can see everybody's take on it. And I'm pretty sure at some point you'll get to see our lovely Craigs as well.
Yeah,
and you will. And so, yes, it is. It's absolutely fair that we do that. I'm just greedy. I want it all. That's just me. I mean, what can I say? But Leanne, it's lovely to hear from you.
Yeah.
And if you are going down there, give the love to the guys because they're a brilliant bunch. They are down at Hobby Maker. We love them to bits.
Yeah.
Now, I could literally spend all time colouring, but I've just looked up at the clock.
You ain't got time,
and
Debbie.
I was like, what the... Ecky Thumpits disappeared before my very eyes. So I've just used some of my gorgeous colours. Look at the difference, though, from going from white to colour.
Yeah, yeah.
And it makes it pop even more. And all I'm going to do with this is go back to my card base. I'm actually going to pop that onto the front now. So that's going to... Oh, my... Just literally
so
pops
beautiful.
Off that page. It is so beautiful. It really is. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of my favourite again. We'll come in and use a little bit of our chunky glue. So let's come on in.
Just to reiterate as well, Teresa saying about that craft along, it is on Monday, the 11th of March, 5 o'clock UK time. So you've got, midday Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Pacific, and it will be with me and the lovely Debbie. Penciled for an hour, that one as well. So, and no doubt we'll have a guest, I would have thought, because we're getting lots of guests on our craft alongs. Oh, we're not in an hour shows. Okay, I'll take that back. Nickelodeon, not in an hour show. Over.
I thought you were coughing again. I thought, what's up? I realise now. No. Right, so I'm just going to literally now, just by giving that little lift, and I'm just going to do it again by eye to make sure I've got it into place. Lovely thing about our joking aside, 3D colour glue, my favourite chunky glue, you've got time to give it that wiggle, but it does set really hard. I was going to actually, now I thought about it, I was actually going to put the white one inside there.
Ooh.
Oh, you silly Billy, but you stuck your card base down.
Yeah.
What are you like? Do you know what? It doesn't matter. I'll save that for another time. The only thing I'm going to add into there is, of course, that lovely sentiment that's going to sit into that background.
And more than any of the other ones, and I said this at the top of the show, I just get photo frame vibes with this
You
one.
do, yeah, you said that before, yeah.
Don't know what
And
it is with
I
the
get where you're
butterflies.
coming from with that, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm just going to tickle around the edge of there. Have I got time to tickle it? Fabulous, fabulous. Just give it a little tickle because I just want to add a little bit of colour to make it pop out. There we go. All the way around.
Just frames it a bit, doesn't it?
It does. And because I'm not using any mats and layers, just to give it a little bit of a tickle round with an ink that matches one of the colours on your design, just gives it, oh, don't do a Debbie. Put your finger straight in it. But yeah, it just gives it that little lift. It gives it that warmth rather than a stark white. And then again, I'm just going to use a little bit of what I call the wheel time glue, which gives you that freedom to be able to get it into place. And I'm just going to lift that, pop that down, and then I can position it and then it can set. And there you go. And I'm going to keep it really simple since we've practically run out of time. There you are. And that's showing you how to get your card base. And I'm just going to run through the three different things that we've done. Well, the four different things that we've done.
Yeah.
So you get an idea of the kind of things and why all of us at the team, and you've heard from Leanne herself, why we love them. That was where I started. Very simple. Just inked it up and then cut out some of those butterflies to give it that lovely lift. So to create that beautiful box. And then using that embossing folder to create those sides so it all ties in with each other. You saw me do the bridge fold card with the colours and again just incredibly easy but how impactful. The the easel card there using that beautiful world, which is just it's one of my favourites, and I must admit I had a lot of fun making that one. And then lastly, your card base. This is just my take on the kind of things that you can make, but yeah, literally have the time of your life with these. It is that one-stop shop card.
Yeah.
You've got everything in there. And if you're going for that bonus, you've got cardstock in there, you've got cards that you can actually cut into and emboss straight away. You've got other tape in there. You've got the inks if you're going for that extra, get that blinking bonus buy. It's amazing. And then you've got your rocker blocks to rock and do that as well. Honestly, it's been well thought out, this one, and I absolutely adore them. And I know when you get them home too, you're going to love them just as much as we all do. I've had a blast, Ben. Thank you yet again.
No.
I've loved all of my makes. Look at me, big-headed. I loved all of my makes, but I've really enjoyed them because it's these that do that for you. You're the one that's going to get creative. You've got some great tools in your hand, and I can't wait to see what you're all going to make with them too.
That's it. And now's the time to be checking out because we've come towards the end of the show. I know so many of you have. We are heading towards 30% of that Showstopper gone. So it's been very, very busy. I know lots of you have also just jumped in and bought the collection on its own without the Showstopper. But as Debbie's described, the Showstopper is the way to go really because you get all of the extra stuff. You get your rocker blocks, you're going to get your cardstock and envelopes. You're going to get your multi-purpose card and you're going to get that tape pen thrown in as well. So that is £34 or $45 worth of extra value that you're only paying £20 or $20 for. This is the platinum price. And then, of course, don't forget on top of that, when you buy the Showstopper, if you pop the Duet ink pad bundle into your same cart, must be in the same cart, that price that you're seeing on screen there then halves. So £50 or $70 becomes £25 or $35. Then you've got your platinum discount on top of that as well, of course, if you're platinum, to get all of those Duet ink pads for £20 or $28 is an absolute steal. Thank you for the last few comments coming through. Jeanette Shirley says, love the colour in that version. Tarina Holloway says, you two are so entertaining and fun to watch. Thank you. You say, thank you for all that you do, and I love these frames. They're marvellous, aren't they? Marvellous. Mary Beth Doyle on Facebook says, beautiful demos this morning, Debbie. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all of you. Massive thank you to Debbie. What a brilliant show it's been. Always inspirational, and we've got plenty more to bring to you. Of course, don't forget, you can continue to watch lots of crafty fun on our CTV 24/7 over on YouTube, and then back here in a couple of hours' time for what I think is going to be a marvellous craft along. We've got the Floral Creations collection. There is a small quantity of those available. Big thank you to producer Johnny, who did manage to find some somewhere. I don't know where he found them, I think we've got between about 15 and 20 left. So you've got that opportunity to grab them, but you will have to be quick. But for those of you that have already got that collection, of course, we would love it if you did want to craft along with us in real time from 5 o'clock. We've got Debbie leading the craft along. I'm going to be having a go over this side. We've got Victoria who's going to be joining us too. It'd be lovely to have even more of you crafting along live. Do let us know at the top of the show if you are, and then we can see all of your makes as we head towards the end of that show. In the meantime, as I say, you've got that 24/7 option to stay and watch some crafty content, and of course on the website Leap 10, check out that part of the website with over 1,900 items to shop for with a 10% code as well. See you in a couple of hours.